Sagittarius. This is Lisa with the Poet Oracle. And today we're going to find out what's going on with you and the person on your mind. Welcome back if you are a returning viewer. And if you have not yet subscribed, then go ahead and do so. That way you'll be notified when future videos are released. Today we will look at tarot cards, oracle cards, even some personal messages. Just keep in mind that this is a general reading. Take what resonates and leave what does not. If you feel that any roles need to be reversed from how I present, then by all means, go ahead and flip it. All right. Well, we start this reading off with the Lovers in the reverse, the Five of Swords in the reverse, the Nine of Swords, and then the World in the reverse. So you're dealing with somebody that's got a lot of anxiety and a lot of fear with that Nine of Swords showing up. And what they have this anxiety about is they have a lot of remorse and grit and guilt about how this relationship came to separation. Okay, there may have been cheating involved in this, and this person may be feeling very guilty, a lot of regret. They're very focused on the actions of the past that led to the breakup of this relationship. You know, with the Lovers, it's like this relationship was a very divine connection, something that's given very much as a gift. And this person, you know, was very one-sided in this situation, and it led to this imbalance. It led to trust issues. It led to just an absolute disconnection. And now with this Five of Swords that sits in the reverse, this person wants a peaceful resolution. They want to communicate that they understand these things, but they don't feel like they're going to be successful, and it makes them feel very empty. With the World card sitting in the reverse, it's like they know that they repeated the cycles too many times. And the burden, this is a lot of depression that this person is going through with the Nine of Swords. It's like they can't sleep at night. They feel almost sick that they did not treat this relationship the way that they could have. Now, you could be dealing with a Gemini with that Lover showing up. But they're feeling a lot of guilt. I feel it right now. It's like I literally feel like they're having like nightmares, can't sleep, insomnia, staying up all night. Yeah, look, the Five of Spheres that shows up in the reverse. It's like this person wants to come back home, honey. They feel the cold. They are sitting out in the cold. They want the stability back in this situation. You know, you really could be dealing with, it looks like all the signs are showing up now, besides fire. But it looks like this person wants to bring stability back. They just don't feel like they'll be successful at it. They don't think they can complete that. They don't think they can do it. Two of Cups that sits in the reverse. And it's because, you know, there was a lot of arguments. There was a lot of distance and pushing and one-sidedness that you have just become disinterested in them. And that's why they feel like they can't come forward and come from out of the cold with you, because you understand that there was just a lot of arguments and a lot of dissatisfaction in this. Wow. We got the Nine of Swords. Now it's sitting in the reverse. And so with the Nine of Swords, it's like you are just resting, recovering, okay, trying to get yourself back together, because it feels like this relationship almost tormented your soul, your very being inside. It tormented you because it was something that was so beautiful at one point, so drawing and so loving with the Lovers card. And this came out right under the Lovers card, and you might have been the one having sleepless nights before, but now those tables have turned, and now this person has those sleepless nights. And you are healing and sleeping. And now we got the Knight of Spheres that shows up here. And so, you know, you're working hard. You're being very patient. You're being reliable to yourself at this point. You know, this person may want to come in. This came out right under the Five of Swords in the reverse, and be very reliable. The only thing that I can tell you is that when people return from the past, I say look for changed behaviors, not changed words. Oh, you know what? I want to switch decks. I'm feeling to pull from this one. Let's get some from here. Too many. Okay, what else do we need to know about? All right, whether you want to come out together. We get the Three of Wands and then the Three of Pentacles, but the Three of Pentacles is sitting in the reverse. And so with the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, it's like you felt like this person wasn't even in this relationship with you. Very sloppy with the way that they handled this situation. No kind of support to you. You know, just really sloppy when it came to this relationship. And now we get the Three of Wands that's sitting in the upright. And it's like, now this is what you want. You want to expand. You want to move past this because you want a relationship in which there is that equality and people are supporting each other and you guys are building together and not this separation. So it's like you guys were coming from two totally different mindsets. Okay. Let's get one or two more from here. All right, we get the Seven of Pentacles, but then we get the Eight of Wands that sits in the reverse. Now, with the Seven of Pentacles that shows up here, what we're talking about is having that patience. Okay, working very hard, waiting on that success, and that success is going to come to you, but just being very patient and putting in the effort and putting in the work. And then we get the Eight of Wands that sits in the reverse that came out with it, and it's just like there was a lot of frustrations, a lot of problems, and it caused delays in this growth to your stability. So the sadness, the unhappiness, the negative energy, whatever it may be, it kind of halted you for a little while in progressing forward. But now it looks like you're looking towards that future and you're like, okay, where's my wave? I got to jump on my wave. You see, she's got that surfboard. So it's like now you're cultivating for you. Okay. All right. When this person thinks about you, what do they think about? So what comes to their mind when they think about you? All right, Queen of Swords and then the Nine of Wands. So, oh, I'm sorry, it's not the Queen of Wands, it's the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Wands, right? And so the Seven of Swords is really about running away from a situation. It can also represent betrayal, dishonesty. This person may think that you betrayed them in some way by walking away or running away. Maybe they feel like you took something that was theirs. Anyways, and then we get the Nine of Wands. And with the Nine of Wands, this person feels like you've put the boundaries up and that you're very persistent about it. You've bailed out. You've taken what you're going to take from the situation. You've got your boundaries up and you're being persistent. You're not letting this person back in. Okay, what else does this person think about? It's like you almost like snuck away in the night. Like, do they see that I'm gone? All right, Ten of Wands. When this person thinks about you, they think this is a lot of stress on them. It's a lot of burden, or they feel like they put a lot of burden on you, that you carry a lot upon your shoulders. And that stress, that exhaustion, that too much burdens, it just caused you to completely go into pullback mode, okay? This person's very overwhelmed by this loss. Okay. The Nine of Swords. I mean, this person feels like you're recovering. It sits there in the reverse. They feel like, you know, you may have felt very tormented by this relationship, but they feel now that you're resting, you're recovering, you've pulled back, you've unloaded the burden. You're no longer thinking about them at night. You're no longer having the insomnia, the crying. The Empress. Oh, when this person thinks about you, they think you're very creative, that you're very abundant, or you're going to be very abundant, that you're kind of like fertile with ideas and success and everything. Could have also been a parent to this person's child as well, but doesn't have to be. But this person has a great deal of respect for you. I know that. I want to see what you think about them, honey. Let's see. What do you think about when you think about them? A lot, I guess. All right. Seven of Cups, you feel like they had a lot of options, that they didn't make you a priority in this situation, or they have some type of commitment issues of some sort. We got the Devil that sits here. Oh my gosh, you could be dealing with a Capricorn, but does not have to be. You may feel like this person has a lot of toxic energy, toxic behaviors. They may even have addictive behaviors. They come from a lot of greed and envy, maybe even materialism, but we're talking about toxic energy. What else do you think about when you think about them? The Death card. I mean, yes. Okay. It's putting an end to this situation. All right. And it's like big changes and endings. It's time to move on from this. You're rebirthing yourself from this. It's a done deal. All right, what else does this what else do you think? All right, the Fool. Now, you may feel like this person, that you need to go on a new path from this person, or that this person was just a little bit foolish in this situation. But it looks like you're on to a new path, new journey. Maybe you don't even want to talk about this person anymore. So let's move on to Oracle cards. Because I feel like saying, on to the next. All right, taking what you need to take. Sitting on that throne like a king or a queen. And standing strong. I like it. All right, we get religious factors. Religious factors and then engagement that sits in the reverse. Both of them. And so there may have been some religious factors. Maybe you believed in marriage. Maybe this person didn't. Maybe they were religious. You were spiritual. Whatever the case is, there may have been some religious factors that affected this situation. And it really, caused this situation to not elevate to that level that it could have. Now we got flirt. This is like extend your lighthearted energy to others. Get back out there. Get back on the scene, honey. All right. Okay, let's get 1 or 2 from this deck. The Golden Mirror. Honey, this is a one-sided relationship. This is about love bombing. Somebody that comes in, says all the right things to get you hook, line, and sinker, and then they act a fool. And so this is kind of like a self-absorbed person, maybe even narcissist, dare I say. I hate to use that. It's so overused. But very selfish. A very selfish person that's kind of like looking in the mirror at themselves all the time. Like, what's for my best? What's for my best interest? A very selfish person. Now we get the mirror sitting in the reverse. So at one point, you may have started to mirror this person. You may have started to actually display the same negative characteristics that they were displaying, but not anymore. Okay, you're not looking in that mirror anymore, but you were at one point. Could have been. One more. Sunglasses. Oh, hold on. Let me tell you something. Stalking, spying, prying, trying to see what's going on in your life. Now, you could be doing that for them, where you are kind of going out there and looking at what they got going on, or they may be doing that and then talking about you and your choices and your decisions. Like trying to gaslight you. Watching you, stalking you, and gaslighting. That sounds real narcissistic, actually. It says, I have found the one that my soul loves. And so listen, you are going to find that. If you haven't already, you may already know somebody that is truly your, dare I say, soulmate, or somebody that you could have a very, very powerful connection with. This says, everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. Fear will stagnate our lives, honey, sometimes. So we have to be very careful. All right, let's get this Fairy Temple Oracle card, and then we'll get on to our personal messages for you. You got fresh start. Yes. Honesty, gentleness, and hope. Listen, it's time for you to be honest with yourself, but also be gentle with yourself. Because sometimes we let people in that hurt us so that we can grow and elevate and learn. And once you do that, once you understand and you're honest with yourself and you're gentle with yourself to say, hey, you know what? You can't do everything exactly right all the time, but you learned something. You grew wiser. You grew stronger. Then you're going to have hope in that love again. And that's when you're going to find that everything on the other side of fear. Because right now you may be fearing going into that fresh start. But it's like once you have that honest talk with yourself and you're gentle with yourself, you'll start to realize that, hey, I learned a lot about myself through this situation. And then you're going to start to say, you know what? I do have hope and love again because I have love for myself. All right. Aquarius. Could be something dealing with an Aquarius. Could be in Aquarius season. We have social media junkie. That's probably how this person is watching. All right. Show up fully and break those cycles. All right. Break the cycles of mirroring somebody else. Break the cycles of letting people step over your boundaries way too many times. There shouldn't even be once. Okay, you set those boundaries with other people as well as with yourself. And you not only set them, but you maintain them. Okay? Let's get one more. All right, let's take those. There was a couple. Know thyself. That's an Aristotle quote, but absolutely take the time to get to know you. Again, be honest and gentle with yourself. This says quick to anger equates to quick to sadness. All right? You must and you will. And I feel for some reason that you must and you will heal and move forward. All right, let's get a poem. Let's see what poem pops out. And then after that, I'm going to see what this person has to say to you. What they would say to you if they could. Number 41, CPR. No matter what's done, it can't take away what's been said. You can't perform CPR on a love that for several years has been dead. Ooh. Okay, so maybe you saw this one coming for a minute, like, it's been dead, it's been gone. What would they want to say to you? This lover in reverse, so since we started with that, what would they want to say to you if they could? With no pride and no ego and no fear. What would they say? I can't talk to you because I feel attacked. I'm taking a break. Deuces, that's what I would say to that statement. I wish time could stop when I'm by your side. What the? Okay. You are dedicated to understanding me, but I wish you didn't know that side of me because I love being in your aura. Can this be fixed? I misunderstood you. Okay. I'm feeling a little bit like there's some love bombs being thrown in there. It kind of goes back to that card we were looking at. All right. This person may be good with the mouth, like recovering things with their words. I just say, that's cool and all. Just come back with changed behavior. You can't imagine how much I hurt. Please listen to me. All right, we're listening. Give us some messages. All right, one. Let's get a couple more. Let's see what else, since they want you to listen. I loved you from the moment we first laughed together. All right. Okay, we're listening. What else? No one has ever loved me like you do. I'm in love with you. Okay. They're talking now, ain't they? All right. I love how sexy you are. Just teach me how to love you better. Ooh. Tell me the truth. And let's start over. Well, these are your messages. Make sure to come back and check me out again.